Hello, I'm Brigantia Blackbird of Blackbird's Brew. Happy Thursday and welcome back to our series Witch Life. During the month of March, we are focusing on what our hands can do, and today we're talking about building a proactive practice and being really hands-on with what we do. Because witchcraft is about what we do. It's the reason why we study. It's why we persevere through all the bumps in the road as we learn the necessary skills. It's why we put forth the willpower that's needed to practice so that we can be doers. The word doers is quite important because we're not merely thinkers or feelers or intuitors. We are doers. Witches do. Because being a witch is not about understanding the theory and purpose behind it. It isn't a feeling in your heart, and it isn't about relying on your instincts to the exclusion of all else. Being a witch is about practicing the craft. If you don't want to do, then the unvarnished reality is that the craft is not for you, and it's time to explore other avenues of spirituality. And as a reminder, it is 100% possible to practice and enjoy paganism without taking the further step of practicing witchcraft. And most people tend to be happier being straightforward pagans without taking on further responsibilities. So, food for thought if you happen to fit in that particular shoe. So let's talk about benefits. Experience is the best teacher. Now, that isn't to say that we shouldn't hit the books when we need to, but there is just so much that doesn't really fall into place until we put into action and we are experiencing the cause and the effect. It's one thing to be told something works, and quite another to know that it works because you have results and you can point to them and you can analyze them and go from there. And it's through practice that our own personal ideas and theories are refined, because some theories we might have floating around in our heads prove to be demonstrably false, and we need to know where our thinking has gone wrong, because we can't correct ourselves otherwise, and we need to be able to correct ourselves. So sometimes the spell that didn't work, the ritual that was ineffective, it does us more good than 1,000 successes, because we pick it apart. We figure out what went wrong and why. And through this process, we gain wisdom, experience, and we improve. So let's talk about a few how-tos. These are not exclusionary ideas. These are not the only ideas you could do. I just want to get the ball rolling so people start thinking about things that they can do on a daily basis that does enable them to incorporate the craft into their lives. So first, start small and simple. Performing a little chant over the sweetener in your morning tea or your coffee to begin the day on the right foot may not be, earth-shattering, but it is an act of magic, and doing this daily gets us into the habit of doing. Also, before bed, cast a circle. Meditate within that circle in an effort to commune, whether you're trying to reach out to guides or ancestors, the elements, or the gods themselves. Just setting aside 15-20 minutes at the end of the day on a consistent basis, not only will that improve your sleep, not only will it calm your nerves, but it gets you into the habit of moving energy around and heightening your sensitivity to it, which is absolutely vital for what a witch does. Also, practice kitchen magic. I've done several videos that address awakening the energies within the food we eat, especially for dinner time, for magical effect. This kind of magic can be done relatively discreetly, and because we all eat food, we have a daily opportunity to work with this kind of magic. We don't have to track down, specialized ingredients because we're using what we already have in our pantries that we were going to be using anyways. So it's simple, it's effective, and it reminds us that when people talk about the craft being a way of life, well, this is what we mean. You are practicing the craft on a daily basis. And again, this are just a few ideas for you to contemplate. I hope it does lead to further brainstorming. And of course, if you would like to talk it over with someone, I hope you'll do that as well. You'd be very welcome at Blackbird's Brew. You can visit us there. There's a link to join in the description box below. We are a Discord community. And of course, you could also leave a comment in this channel down below. And if you haven't subscribed already, please do so. Leave a like on the video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.